Welcome to the Saturday book series. I really enjoy this series. I really enjoy the podcast. We created this podcast because of mindset, right? Mm-hmm. And a part of building your mindset is learning, Mm-hmm. So I'm sharing things that I'm learning, and, we're walking people through it because I truly believe in self-improvement. Yeah. Ultimately, that's what we talk about on here, right?
Oh, man, we exercising our brain.
If you exercise your brain, you exercise your body, all of these things will help you self-improve.
Most definitely.
And I truly believe that this is true. And it's not because I'm reading the books or we're on camera or we have microphones. I've actually lived this.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I worked at Sprint for a while. I was selling phones. I hated it. Mm-hmm. So then I got a job. I hated the fact that I wasn't at home. Mm-hmm. So I got a job at BOA.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And as a personal banker, and that didn't work out. I hated driving to DC, but I was going to have weekends and holidays. I thought that was the greatest thing. I just knew that's what I wanted, right?
I never had that. So
right. So I got the job, and I hated it every day. Mm-hmm. The commute, going into DC, learning about banking, right? There were some things I took away from it, the money, learning about money, but I really hated it, so I quit.
Right.
And it seemed like life went down after that, mm-hmm. right? Got evicted. Mm-hmm. I got in trouble, had some legal issues, mm-hmm. and I was unemployed at this time. I just couldn't get a job.
Right.
Couldn't get a job doing anything. I couldn't get a job doing what I was doing before. Right. I was going on interviews. I was down.
Right.
And got evicted.
Yeah.
And had nowhere to go, had no job. I was about to get my car repossessed. Right. There was a lot of things going on. Mm-hmm. And I was able to persevere. I went back, finally got a job at another cell phone carrier. And the first day that I was in training, they said you could sign up for certifications, technical certifications, because I knew I didn't want to sell phones.
Right.
And I signed up for my first cert. It was an A+ cert. It was like a hardware, software, or it was a hardware certification.
Right.
And every day, right after I started actually being on the job, my manager often would come up to me and say, "Hey, man, what's next for you? Because you're doing a great job, so we think you want to move into leadership." I say, "No, I'm pursuing tech."
Right.
Right? I'm taking these trainings, I'm doing these certs. And for about 3 years, I was really giving up weekends. I wasn't going out at certain times. Mm-hmm. I put my head down, and I ended up, when the opportunity came, because I got turned down a lot, but when the opportunity came, I was able to get the opportunity in tech.
Right.
And even when I got that tech job, I still had to push and prove because people knew I was new to tech, right? I didn't have much experience.
Right.
So even there, I had to work my butt off to learn just to perform at that job.
Right.
And then I knew I still wanted more because leaving that, the second cell phone job, I took a $30,000 pay cut to work in tech.
Right.
But I knew what I wanted, right?
Right.
So then it took me 3 more years to finally catch up the money and level up there. But I had to get more certifications and more training.
Of course.
So this podcast that we do is a podcast of experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just wanted to share that with the listeners and let you know that I'm not just talking it, I'm walking it.
Right.
I live this.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's about more than manifesting. You got to do the work.